Hey guys, it's Austin from Crazy Good Films, and I'm here to tell you the list of the top 10 movies you should keep an eye out for this summer. So first up, I have some honorable mentions that didn't quite make the list. We have Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. Now this isn't on the list only because it already came out, but if you haven't seen it already, it definitely deserves a watch. I have a full review for the film uploaded if you want to hear my thoughts, but it would definitely earn a ranking on the list had it not kickstarted off the summer. I also would like to mention The Beguiled, A Ghost Story, and Atomic Blonde. Now that all the honorable mentions are out of the way, we move on to number 10 on our list. The Hitman's Bodyguard. With a ball-busting trailer set to Whitney Houston, Ryan Reynolds and Samuel L. Jackson team up in a buddy cop film, only instead of police officers, one is a hitman. With the resurgence and sheer charisma of Ryan Reynolds alone, this movie is a must-see at the tail end of the summer. At number 9, we have It Comes at Night. It Comes at Night is the product of Joel Edgerton and A24. This movie is another horror film set in the woods, however the marketing campaign so far has been good not to give anything away. The trailer builds a palpable tension that will likely unnerve you throughout. While this may go the way of the village, we can only wait and nervously anticipate.
Any idea what's going on out there?
Number 8 on our list is Alien Covenant. I'm not going to lie, being the closest to released on this list does hurt its ranking. While that may not be fair, Alien Covenant does have its baggage. Originally billed as Prometheus 2, the first one being somewhat controversial, Alien Covenant seems to pick up where the original Alien left off, as far as tone goes, that is. This looks like a straight-up horror suspense film, like the first, as opposed to the action of aliens or the comedy of Alien Resurrection. But can this film measure up to the greatest sci-fi horror film of all time? We only have a week to wait and see.
Covenant, do you read me?
At number 7, we have Detroit.
I come bearing gifts.
Thank you. You got any sugar?
Nah, don't push your man.
Detroit looks to be an early Oscar contender as it's directed by Catherine Bigelow and centers over a historical event revolving around race relations. But is it just Oscar bait? The trailer promises to deliver on great performances from John Boyega, Anthony Mackie, and Jim from The Office. Number 6 is Dunkirk. Who better to be at the helm of any movie than Christopher Nolan?
He's coming back round. He's coming back round!
Dunkirk is his shot at the list of the greatest war movies of all time, a list that acclaimed directors such as Steven Spielberg, Stanley Kubrick, Francis Ford Coppola, and Michael Bay. A list I'll likely make one day. It also doesn't hurt that it stars Tom Hardy, Kenneth Branagh, and Harry Styles? At 5, we have Wonder Woman. It's crazy that it's taken until 2017 to get our first female-led superhero movie. Of course, not counting that old Supergirl movie. Wonder Woman follows DC's path of having incredible looking trailers, but will they finally win over audiences? We have less than a month to wait and see. Coming in at number 4, we have War for the Planet of the Apes. The new Apes films have been no short of stellar, and this summer we get the end to the trilogy. And it has Woody Harrelson. And what we all loved from the last movie, we get more of in this. Only slower. Here at number 3, we have a wild card enter the mix with an indie film called The Big Sick. Written by and starring Kumail Nanjiani, this film is inspired by the true story of falling in love with his wife Emily V. Gordon as she falls into a coma. While this seems like a sappy film to anticipate so highly, Kumail has a proven track record with performances in movies and shows like Silicon Valley.
So, 9/11. I've always wanted to have a conversation with people.
You've never talked to people about 9/11?
Now at number 2 we have Baby Driver. Edgar Wright coming off the success of Ant-Man. Wait. I mean, The World's End. Well, this is awkward. Just look at some of the trailer.
Get out of the car!
Oh, my purse!
I'm sorry, ma'am.
See? With this lighthearted throwback tone and talent such as Kevin Spacey, Jon Hamm, and Jamie Foxx, what's not to love? And finally, at number 1 we have Spider-Man Homecoming. Yes, I know this is the second Spider-Man reboot in only 5 years, but part of the anticipation is the curiosity of what Marvel will do with the franchise. With Marvel at full steam and less than a year away from Infinity War, they're sure to be careful not to drop the ball on this one. With the tone of the spectacular first trailer and the overwhelming spoilers that showed the entire story arc in the second trailer, we are looking at another great Marvel blockbuster. Also, can we all just acknowledge that Tom Holland looks to be the perfect Spider-Man?
You're the Spider-Man.
No, I'm not. I'm not. This is just a costume. This is
You're on the ceiling.
Well, that's our list. Disagree? Yell at me in the comments, I'll be reading. But for now, I'm Austin, at NotAustinV on Twitter. You can subscribe for more Crazy Good Films.